Hello StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between ShoWTimE and Snute on Frost, the latter edition. This is from their final series from WCS Copa Intercontinental that wrapped up a couple of weeks ago now. And let's go ahead and get right on into it. In the top right side of the map, we have the red Protoss player. It is ShoWTimE. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. It is Snute. So ShoWTimE versus Snute here. We've seen some amazing games between these two players. Some crazy macro style stuff. Some really fast rushy stuff. In the end, I think Snute has had the upper hand so far against ShoWTimE, but I'm not sure how this particular game will turn out. Again, it was an amazing series. It was not a sweep by either player, so anybody could win this particular match. Again, Frost does tend to turn into macro-style games just because it is humongous here. Scouting ShoWTimE in the top left does not see his opponent, unfortunately. He's going to go to the bottom left now and also not see his opponent. So he's going to go the exact wrong direction. Snute is sending the Overlord the right way first, so good for him. Got a little bit lucky. He will find the Protoss player, I think, before the Protoss player finds him, which is annoying because Overlords are so slow and Probes are so much faster, but anyway, in the long run, I'm not sure how much of a difference it will make. Snute getting an extractor, getting a spawning pool, and look at that, hatch first, down there on that there low ground. Nothing too crazy about that at all. Next is coming up for ShoWTimE, as well as a gateway and a single assimilator now. These timings, second assimilator before Cybercore. First ShoWTimE could be going for some heavy tech right now. That does tell me it could be a Stargate opening, which is good. Stargate's good against Zergs who don't scout them and see them coming. There it is. Overlord does scout and see. Why does it always move my camera? Sees it. Sees ShoWTimE's stuff. Just continues flying. Doesn't bother hiding his position at this point in the game. And then the probe finally sees where his opponent is. But pretty much already knows that based on where this Overlord is coming from. So, probe, you did a good job. It was unnecessary, but somebody had to do it. Probe heading on down to check for a presence of a third hatchery. There's not one. Possibly try to block it off. Nope. Nah, just sees there isn't one. Feels good about that and decides to head on back home. Gateway, Cybercore out of ShoWTimE. So that tells me we're probably going to see some Adept play. Based on the fact we have the two gateways, the double Nexus, the double gas, and the Cybercore. Now Probe comes back in for some scouting action. Brave Probe. The bravery of the Probe knows no bounds. Snute gets just enough gas for speed, pulls him off. He's trying to macro up hard, and yep, there's that third base. Third base coming in directly to the left of the main. Very standard and traditional location on this map, and the Probe decides that's enough scouting. That's enough risking stuff. There are definitely some lings on the way at some point, or some queens, and decides to head out checking for a fourth. No. Go down and see that third. Go see the third ShoWTimE. Come on. Yes, gonna see the third. Good scouting here by ShoWTimE. But you know what? We don't expect anything less from ShoWTimE. He's an amazing Protoss player. Just enough of a tap to see that third. See, it's not too far along in construction. And this probe might actually live after perfectly scouting Snute throughout the first 3 minutes of this game, which are such crucial minutes. Such crucial minutes. Twilight Council, robotics facility coming up for ShoWTimE at the same time. Stalker trying to kill the scouting Overlord from Snute that came all the way from the bottom right. Get out. Run, Overlord. Oh, he does run. He does run. He made it. Stalker decides not to chase outside of its main. Instead, is going to stay safe and sound. And as long as the Overlord doesn't come in, the Stalker's not going to have a problem. It is like my policy with spiders. Spiders are fine outside, but once they come inside, their lives are forfeit. My house is a spider-free zone. I actually killed one in the shower this morning. That was not... I mean, it wasn't a big spider, but I looked down, and there was a spider on the wall, and it was, like, struggling because it's really wet in there and stuff, and spiders don't like water that much. It's struggling to get up the wall with the water rivulets are running down onto it, and I was like, no. Splashed some water on it, knocked it down the drain, called it good. Sorry, buckaroo. Maybe next time in your next spider life you can have a better experience. Rotorin morphing in, building rather, for Snute. Transfer of workers over on this way, 38 to 42 harvesters. Snute does have that lead. Overlord keeps checking for the third. There's not a third yet out of ShoWTimE. We're two basing it here. There is definitely a war prism on the way on that robotics facility and a lot of gateways too. And no gas taken at the natural. So yeah, this is going to be some kind of a two-base attack, probably expanding behind it, but definitely it's a two-base. Probe tries to take a third. Nope. Speedlings make sure that doesn't happen. Mothership comes out to save the life of the next probe that comes, but the Lings decide to retreat entirely there anyway. So yeah, both players, 4 minutes, 5 minutes into this game, have just kind of sat back and macroed to their heart's content. Warp Prism heading out, that might be change. That might be changing, or that might change. Those are my options, but sometimes they get confused and twisted up inside my head. Wow, the Warp Prism 3D animation is actually pretty cool. I haven't looked at that for a while. Look how neat that thing is. It's like lasers and futuristic soccer balls. Anyway, Adepts moving on in. There are the roaches for Snute, though. 96 to 68 total supply. ShoWTimE's Adepts moving into the third, deeming that the correct place to attack. Killing a single roach that is by its lonesome, but then its brethren show up, and a bunch of lings, too. Roach ling is good. Good against Adept. ShoWTimE says no. No. I don't care. I'm going to do this thing. He's got resonating glaives. Roaches trying to do this, but they're pretty severely outnumbered here. I'm not sure. They're not really engaging here either, but I mean, the Adepts are just kind of slowly picking off units while Snute is so indecisive at this point. ShoWTimE did cancel the psionic transfer, so he's still here at the third base, just slowly whittling down stuff, taking out roaches, taking out individual queens, taking out lings. Just being pretty darn cost efficient at this point, I would say, with those Adepts. Ravagers getting morphed in. Ravagers are a great choice against Adepts. That extra range is so darn useful. So darn useful. And still not light units, so they don't take extra damage from the Adept. So definitely do that. Baneling Nest completing here for Snute. And Adepts continuing just to whittle away small things. But Snute going for it. No, losing another queen. Losing another queen. ShoWTimE. Just picking stuff off, going for that high ground harass. I might have mentioned earlier, perhaps that was a different game, I called it that, but Crocodile landing down, not hitting much of anything as per usual. And Adepts canceling that transfer, just using enough to escape at this point. Saw that the Roach Ravager count was a little bit too high. Still no upgrades on these guys. Robotics Bay, Dark Shrine coming out for ShoWTimE. Woo! Woo! Teching up on these two bases like there's no tomorrow. Warp Prism trying to sneak on in. Ah, the queens see it. Get out. Run. The queens have extra range. Okay. No, just kidding. Backing out. Backing out. Adepts coming back to this high ground. The Roach is ready for it, though. The Roach is ready for it. There's the cancel. There's the canceled psionic transfer. ShoWTimE might be done with the two-base Adept stuff. And that is a problem. That is such a huge problem for ShoWTimE. All right, what did you kill, ShoWTimE? You killed, only 4 workers. Only 4 workers killed. It's 49 to 46. Harvester Snute is definitely up to this point. And finally, ShoWTimE takes a third. Just invested so much in trying to make that attack work and just didn't kill enough. I don't think. Resources lost here, 1,000 for Snute, but still 675 for ShoWTimE. Banelings do not hit those Adepts. Do not do it. Getting focused down one of them, though. Okay, so actually 7 drones got killed by just a couple Adepts. So that attack by 2 Adepts was way more successful than the giant attack ShoWTimE had a couple minutes ago. Strangely enough. So third base, again, on the way for ShoWTimE. I just can't help but feel that it's late. Warp Prism attack here at the natural base. Adepts on the ground versus Queens. Not a great matchup. Holding all the drones to get out of there. And here come a ton of Speedlings. There are 58 Speedlings. Try and possibly take down that third, but a bunch of Adepts show up and clear them out or force them to retreat at the very least. Warp Prism decides to head on back home. Income tap is 49 to 49. So ShoWTimE has an even count here, but that third base is not quite done yet. Which means we're oversaturated both on the natural and a little bit oversaturated on the main base as well here. Transferring the probes over to the third. It's just about to complete. The timing is very good for ShoWTimE to this point. Oh, shoot. Is SnoWTimE going... Or SnoWTimE? Oh, it's the ShoWTimE Snute ship. SnoWTimE. Oh, that's beautiful. That's good. Adepts back here. The third base still trying to kill some stuff. Getting transferred away. Again, Queens with that extra range really make them very, very good in these situations. Disruptors on the ground for ShoWTimE. Getting Blink. 7 Banelings morphing in at once here for a Snute. Or the SnoWTimE, as I've been calling him. Lings going for it, man. Right on top of the Adepts, on top of the Stalkers. Corrosive Biles landing as well. Purification Nova gonna hit. Boom, boom. Big time hits on those Disruptors, but the Disruptors are all gone now. Photon Overcharge forced to defend at the same time. Slow Banelings desperately trying to crash onto anything, but ShoWTimE refuses to allow that to happen. Can the Lings get around? And yes, the Lings stop them from running. Banelings exploding on top of everything. Some of the Stalkers do blink into the main base and stay alive, but meanwhile, Roaches and Ravagers going after this third now. And Baneling explosions. Oh, so many dead probes. So many dead probes there. Adepts still trying to do stuff, but the queen count for Snute is actually kind of insane. He's got 6 of them. I guess they're all right here at the third, strangely enough. Stalker is trying to deal with these Lings and these Roaches. This third base is definitely going to fall. The Ling DPS is too high. Bam, +1 attack has completed on those Lings. No such upgrades for the Roach Ravager yet, but big time hit. Big time hit out of Snute. Income tab is 42 to 47. 17 workers killed by ShoWTimE, 15 by Snute. Tit for tat right now. It's very close. It is very close, in my personal opinion. Drink. Transferring some workers down to the 3rd. Snute does not feel safe enough, or that he has a worker count enough to support a 4th base. I don't think. Even though he did kill this one that is getting pooped on right now by Snute. 3rd Nexus actually being replanted here, left and to the south of the natural base. It's a little bit more difficult to hold, I think. It's got some big, wide open areas. You have to defend on both sides, but there isn't that high ground you have to worry about either. So there are definitely some trade-offs. Adepts scouting on in for the ShoWTimE. Queens, Lings, drones actually fighting to kill that Adept. Don't see that every day. Ling sneak attack by Snute coming up around this right side. He's going to find this 3rd. Oh, what terrible luck for ShoWTimE. Transfers these probes immediately as the Lings show up and just massacre so many workers. 7 of them die. Lings getting a full surround on this 3rd Nexus. I think, I was going to say, I thought ShoWTimE would have to cancel that, but no. The army shows up in the form of Synapse, Stalkers, and Sentries, as well as a couple of Disruptors, and they do manage to save the 3rd base. 35 to 54 Harvesters is bad, though. That is bad for the ShoWTimE. He's trying to make these Disruptors work. He got some really nice hits off earlier, but look at that. Spire just about to pop. There it is for Snute. 13 Mutas. Bam! 13 Mutas. What anti-air do we have, ShoWTimE? Bunch of Stalkers. That's good. About 6 Stalkers with +1 attack. Some Sentries here with +1 attack. And that's it. Lings, again, still trying to kill some stuff. Purification Nova chasing them does not happen. Doesn't happen. Trying to poke at that front door, but the Adept holding the line with the Mothership Core with the Disruptor is just a little bit too much. Lings trying to pick off Sentries. Can't get him. Good defense there by ShoWTimE here at the 3rd base. So still no 4th out of Snute. Still sitting on 3 bases. Oh, there we go. 4th base attempted to be taken along this left side bottom, but there's a DT waiting for that drone to show up. So unfortunately, that drone does not know that he is fated to die, but he is. 100% without question or equivocation. He is going to die. Ready? No, what? What? Oh, the DT left. The DT left. Oh, gosh. The DT left, and the drone was able to get down the hatch, but whoa, that DPS on the DT is great. Bam, takes down the hatch without getting the cancel off. Ling Muta here at the 3rd base, cleaning up everything. Photon overcharges here on a single pylon. Not going to be enough against this many Lings and this many Mutas. 3rd base is completely forfeit now. Coming with the attack is ShoWTimE, saying, all right, you kill my stuff, I will kill yours. Army here at the natural base, nothing really opposing except a handful of roaches. Coming back home, though, are the Lings and the Mutas. ShoWTimE needs to make this thing work. He's at the 3rd. He's killed a whole ton of drones, killed 9 of them. Force fielding off the Lings, keeping them out while dealing with the Mutas. Great choice out of ShoWTimE here. Fantastic force fields, and actually trying to Disruptor Ball those Lings. Force fields are still up inside the main base. Is ShoWTimE desperately trying to kill what he can. This Muta count just refuses to fall. There are 15 of them in the sky. Stalkers are getting targeted down left and right. Anything left to do with these Mutas at all? No. No Sentries, no Stalkers. Purification Nova, I think he might have killed him, another one of his own friends, and everything gets absolutely cleaned out, except for these Adepts that Sonic transferred their way home, but they get surrounded by Lings with the also important +2 attack, and that's it. A GG from ShoWTimE. Good job, congratulations, says ShoWTimE, and ShoWTimE is defeated. Snute is victorious in this 13-minute and 45-second match. So well done, indeed, by our friend Snute today, really taking it in a close battle against ShoWTimE. And just made it work with Ling Muta counterattack, Ling Muta tech switch. Interesting to see that for sure. I mean, taking out that 3rd base was a massive play by Snute. Again, never really took a 4th. Didn't need it necessarily just because he killed so many probes. I mean, 41. Actually, ShoWTimE killed 41. Snute killed 33. But in the end, you know, made it work just because those Mutas, there were really no answer for it for the ShoWTimE. So that's it for this match, and that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself. Patrons: Nicholas Cheek, Sean Govin, Nick Riley, Josh Cornelius, Jin, Robert Farmer, Kayan, Matt Meermans, Hakon Marcus, Christopher, Alex Coffey, Ben Raboyne, 19 Day, Kith Garlow, Alexander Canaras, Complex, Ian Westbrook, Michael McIntosh, Sam Estagoy, Bo Brissett, Cale Anderson, Trevor Smith, Menhadin, GMP, Sik Kupata, Pedro Batsaris, Michael Wellen, Plaid, Henry Cooper, Clayton Knight, Jan Kodera, Kevin Chang, Rajiv Bhatt, link at the top right. Thank you. Bye.